So here we see the thread like or fiber like roots arising from the stem are called fibrous roots. If we see the activity, we kept this onion in a jar containing such type of water, and after 2 to 3 days what happened, there are sorry after 8 days there is a growing of this fibrous like structure is called fibrous root. Okay, these are called fibrous roots because it look like a thread or fiber. So there are two main types of roots, tap roots and fibrous roots here we see. And we know that dicotyledonous plant have a tap root and monocotyledonous plant have a fibrous root. So we also see the example of this fibrous roots, that is the onion, coriander, not coriander, that is the garlic. These are the types of fibrous roots. Okay, so for the next type we do this activity, that is the sow the seeds of plants like mustard, sorghum is jawar, grains of jawar. Okay, maize, pea, coriander means kothimber in Marathi. Okay, in an earthen pot, cultivate the plants for 8 days. So after 8 days what happen, once the plants grow 15 to centimeter height, in that way it having 15 to centimeter height, after growing in that height, then uproot the plant. So okay, after uprooting, what should we observe? After uprooting the plant, we observe this carefully. What happen? Uproot them carefully while the soil is moist and put them gently in a large conical flask. Means what happen? After uprooting, we know that these roots contain some soil is sticking on these roots. So here for this we can put them gently in a large conical flask. So here by putting in large conical flask, what happen? The soil will get washed off without any harm to the roots. Means if we keep this plant in a conical flask with water, then what happen, all the soil which is sticking on that roots get removing after uh, without harming the roots. Okay, so our roots get protected. So we can observe the types of roots on this. So here we see after roots carefully to see which plants have tap roots and which ones have fibrous. So here you do activity for which plants. There are sorghum, maize, pea, coriander. So we take 4 types of seeds and sow them in a soil. After cultivating for 8 days, you have to observe all these plants roots and note down the types of roots, which plants having the fibrous roots and which plants having the taproot. Okay, so you do this activity at your home. So what happen, which plants having such type of roots? So for that you should know about the cotyledon plants and monocotyledon and dicotyledon plants. So what happen, here you can distinguish by observing these types of roots and classify them into taproots and fibrous roots. Okay, so here we see the first 2 types of the roots, that is the fibrous roots and tap roots. Okay, so here we next see the another type of root. Which type of roots are there? If we see in the image, that is the adventitious roots. Okay, so plants like maize, sugarcane, sorghum have 2 types of roots. Means it contains 2 types of roots, that is some roots are underground whereas some grows from the stem just above the soil. So here what happen, the plants, which plants like maize, sugarcane, sorghum, jawar have 2 types of roots. In these 2 types of roots, one type is growing inside the soil and one types of roots growing on the stem, that is just above the soil. So such another type which is growing on the stem just above the soil, this type is called adventitious roots. If we see in this image, this maize stalk contain such type of root, that is the these types of roots are called adventitious root because it grows on the stem just near the soil. Okay, so beside the normal functions like absorption of water and minerals, anchoring and supporting the plants, roots perform the some other functions too. Means such type of roots having which type of functions? The function of the other roots, that is absorption of water and minerals from the soil. Anchoring and support means it gives support to the plants and anchoring to the plants. So such type of functions also doing by such type of adventitious roots. But another additional functions also done by these roots. Which functions? Shows modification to perform these additional functions. Some examples of such modified roots are aerial roots, tilt roots, runners, breathing, etc. Means here we see the next type of roots which are the modified roots, and these have additional functions along or along all these functions which done by the all types of roots. With these functions, another modified functions also done by the another types of roots. So such type of roots we call modified roots. And there are aerial roots, these are the modified type of the roots. Then stilt root, runners, breathing roots, these are some modified roots. Okay, so here we see the adventitious roots, also we see the another modified roots. So here if we see this picture, some roots underground, whereas some grow from the stem above the soil. The latter are called adventitious roots. So here we see, sorry, so here we see some examples for the advantages. See these roots which are growing on the stems just above the soil. Okay, so such type of roots we call adventitious roots. Okay, so here we see this activity, okay, of this modified roots. For this activity is take some water in a small glass jar, put a plantlet in it in such a way that its roots are deep in the water. So here you should do this activity. Here you take some water in a small glass jar and put plantlet means small plant having a roots deep in it such a way that its roots are deep in the water and other part remain above the water. So in that way you dip the this plantlet. Mark the water level on the jar, means before at the first day you mark the water up to which level water is filled in the jar. Then jar and add 5 ml oil to the water. Recorded the water level on the next day. So here you should add the 5 ml oil to this water and uh, record this water level on the next day. On the next day you can observe about the water level, either it is a decrease or increase or remain as it is. Okay, so after doing this activity what should you observe? So after doing activity you should observe that what happened before having the oil on the layer of the water, but water level get decreased. Why? Because water get absorbed by the roots of the plant, so there is nothing effect of the oil drop which are putting inside the water. Okay, so here we see the function of roots, that is roots absorb the water from the jar and the plants get watering. Okay, in this way. So here this observation we can see. So here we see the next that is modified roots. Some examples of modified roots. So besides the normal function we see that absorption of water and minerals, anchoring and supporting the plant's roots perform some other functions. So roots shows some modification to perform this additional function. So examples of such modified roots are aerial roots, means which are present in the air. Then as like a stem. Okay, it is called aerial root, stilt root. If we see this image you can see all the types of root. Aerial roots means like this. Okay, which are present as like a stem in the air. Okay, Then stilt root, this type of root is called stilt root. Also we see the runners like this, okay. And also we see the breathing roots, that is Nemotropous, etc. So these are some if we see this image, these are the breathing roots, okay. Breathing roots means which are present above the soil. So here we see such type of roots. So this function is for having breathing. So this is called breathing roots, okay. So here we see some modified roots and their examples with their images, okay. You can also observe this image and see the types of all modified roots: aerial root, stilt root, runner, and breathing roots, okay. So here we see the types of roots. There are three types. First one is taproot, second is fibrous roots. These are the main type of roots, and there are also additional roots are present. That is the also we see the adventitious roots which are grown just above the soil on the stem, and these are for the some modification or additional work. They are do additional work for the roots. So these roots also called modified roots. Also we see some examples of modified roots, that is the aerial roots, stilt root, runners, breathing roots, etc. Okay. So in your textbook also they use some questions to use your brain power. So you should find out the answers of this question, okay. You think about on these questions. So what would have happened if plants like tamarind, banyan and mango had fibrous roots? Means if such type of plants which is very big, large and very thick, heavy in a weight. So such type of plants if having a fibrous roots, either it contain fibrous roots instead of taproot. What happen about these plants, and what will happen if the root tip is injured? Which types of roots do the fenugreek, spinach and onion plants have? So you should find out all the answers of these questions, okay, by using your brain power, because here we study about the types of roots and their function also. So also we know the function of root tip. Also we see also we know the types of root, that is the fibrous and taproot. So which type of root give very strong support to the plants like tamarind, banyan? These are the very thick and heavy plants, so it should have a strong root. So if they have such type of fibrous roots which is very delicate, so this plant cannot be withstand on a earth surface. So it is the answer of the first question, okay. So in this way you should try to give the answers of these questions. So here we see the roots emerging from the trunk and branches of a banyan tree grow towards the soil. These roots are called prop roots. So another type of roots also given in your textbook, that is the prop root. These roots having these roots are emerging from the trunk and branches of the banyan tree. If you observe the banyan tree in your surrounding, you can see such type of roots. That is, it is uh, out come out from the trunk of the plant. Trunk means it is a stem having a strong thickness, okay. So it is the trunk. From this type of roots are produced or comes out, and also from the branches, and grow towards the soil, and after growing in the direction of the soil. So in such a way this type of roots are produced. So these roots are called prop root because it is emerging or produced from the trunk and branches of the banyan tree. So what could be the use of these prop roots? So in the beginning the banyan trees have very few prop roots, but later on their number increases so much that it appears like a small forest. So such type of roots give support to the plant for the withstand on the earth, because it have very heavy and large number of branches, and these are also growing again and very fast speed. So for withstand or for survive on the earth surface, having like just heavy trunk or having branches on it, so it root this prop roots give support to the banyan tree, okay. So in Kolkata, we see 250 years old banyan tree in the Indian Botanical Garden covers a very large area. It is supported by thousands of prop roots. Is there any such tree in your neighborhood? So you should observe such type of tree which is very old, having very long year it is present or it is survived. So here if we see this image, here you can see the rubber tree also have such type of roots, that is the prop roots, as like a banyan tree. Okay, so these roots emerging or produced from the trunk of the branches of the tree and grow towards the soil. So if we see this image here, see these roots are coming from the branches of the plant. Okay, so such type of roots we called prop roots. So rubber tree also have such type of roots as a banyan tree. So we see the example of such type of banyan tree which is present in the Kolkata in a botanical garden from the 250 years old. Okay, so it is very old plant and it is a very large. The function is that it gives support to the banyan tree for which stand on the land. Okay, so here we see all the types of roots. Okay, so you should find out why are the underground parts of the plants like radish, carrot, beet and sweet potato thick, fleshy and swollen. Which part of the plant are they? So they use us a question in your textbook, that is you have to observe that the plants, which plants, radish, carrot, beet and sweet potato having a thick, fleshy and swollen part. Why these plants have a structure like thick, fleshy and swollen part? So how can we identify it is the which part of the plant? So collect the images of different types of roots and send them to your friends via email. So you can also find out the information related to the roots and their types on the internet, and also you can email such type of information to your friends, and also you can find out this answer why the potato, carrot like plants having flesh and swollen part, and which part of it is the plant, either it is stem or root or fruit. So you can find out this answer. Okay, so here we see the next part, that is stem. So here if we observe these parts, then what happened? For the potato, these are the modified stem. These are the stem part of the plant. Okay, so here we see the next part of the plant, that is the stem. So if we see this image, what are the stems? So stems grows above the soil from the plumule. Okay, so stem grows above the soil from the plumule. We also see the germination of seed. In that germination of seed, what happened? The part which is growing above the soil is called the plumule, which is continue grow and it is converted into stem. So here the stem grows above the soil from the plumule of the sprouting seeds. As the sprout grows, the length of stem gradually increases. Means after growing the plumule, it continue to growing, and after continuation of growing, it get converted into stem. Means its height get increases, and after certain height, it become a stem of that plant. So if we see the structure of this plant, which part it have? So as the sprout, there are nodes present. Okay, so there are nodes on the stem. Where are the nodes? This part is called nodes. These are present on the stem, and leaves comes out the nodes. So where the leaves grow? These are grows at the point of the nodes. From this point of the nodes, these leaves are grows. Okay, so the part of the stem between two nodes is called internode. If we see it, here is a node and here also another node. So this part between these two nodes is called internode. If we see, okay, this part is called internodes, and The tip or the apical end of the stem is called bud. Means it is the tip of the stem. It is called bud. It is called apical. What is the bud? The tip or the apical end of the stem. Apical means upward. At the end of the stem, this part is called bud. Okay. So observe a branch of any plant and identify its different parts as per the diagram. So here we see the stem. Okay. Stem is the which part of the plants? It is grow from the plumule. Means if we germinate the seed, after germination or sprouts, then what happen? The sprouts grow into the plumule on the upper part of their surface. This plumule get growing gradually and increases into a stem. Okay. So this stem contains which parts? If we observe this stem contains nodes. Okay. This structure we call node, and between these two, the part between these two nodes is called internode. Okay. Where is the leaf is produced on the this part of the node. And also we see which part is called the bud. The at the apical end or at the tip of the stem, this part is called terminal bud. It is the growing point. Means at that point this stem get growing, this plant get grow up in the upward direction into the sun direction. Okay. So here these birds, this part we see in the stem. Also you can observe all these parts by taking the any stem for any type of plant. You can take the stem of rose plant, also coriander plant. Also we take the mango tree, the stem of the this plant. Okay. So by taking the any plant stem, you can observe all the types, all the parts of the stem. Okay. So here we see the second part of the plant, that is the stem. Okay. So uh, they give us the activity for this in your textbook. Complete the chart, collect the information about the local plant. Okay. So they give us some example of plant, that is sugar cane, fenugreek. You also add the other name of the plants and observe the thickness of the node and length of internode in the millimeter. So you can observe this and note down in this table. So you should do this activity by collecting the stem of the various types of plants and complete this table. Okay. So here we see the which part of the plants, that is the roots and their types, and also see the second part, stem. So I hope you are understand all these concepts. So in the next lecture we see the remaining part of the plants one by one. Okay. So today we stop here. Thank you. Have a good day.